We look so cute together. Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here, and I am here with my buddy Jayvian. This is Jayvian. Say hi. So, Jayvian and I, when I was younger, I always wanted dolls that were almost the size of me. I have pictures of them, and I think that's why Jayvian and I get along so great. I know that some of you guys may think I'm crazy and be like, why are you into such big dolls? There's just a whole different type of bond that you have with a doll that's big enough to literally sit next to you and watch TV with you and bond with you in that way. And they're the best kind of relationship because they don't talk back. They don't say, I want this or I want that. You either buy something for them and they don't buy something for them. And you never have to worry about them not liking their gifts. So it's perfect. It's just a perfect little relationship here. So anyways, that is why I get along with him so well, or I tend to bond better with him. But I also like the creativity that these dolls bring to life for me. It's just amazing. But yeah, I think that, there's also a lot of cool things that I want to do with him. I mean, I know I talked about some ideas that I had. But I think it would be cool to do a photo with Santa this year between the two of us. And then I think for my 1-year anniversary for T, especially after, top surgery and, after that kind of stuff. And once I start looking more like a guy, I would love to go and get professional pictures done of the two of us. I might bring another baby with us, and we could have a whole family little portrait thing done. So I think that would be cool. Now, do I ever hope to really have children? Yes. Will that ever happen? Not sure. I will keep my options open, but in the meantime, I have my buddy to hang out with and all my other babies. So in this video, we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about mental health and how JC really is doing and what I struggle with on a daily basis in the mental health area. Just because there are other videos, you see everything's going great, blah, 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 you may really not know, because I'm not going into major detail. But, I think this is a real topic that needs to be talked about because it's not talked about enough. And I'm hoping by me coming out and talking about these feelings and thoughts and not acting on them, or what am I doing to, just everything. Like, that's what I'm trying to get out there. I'm not trying to scare anybody in any way. And if I have, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe by scaring people not to do things when they're in that situation may help. I think that the people I scare more are the people that actually care about me and they were worried about my well-being. And I apologize if I ever scared anybody. But to be honest with you, I was scaring myself, and that's the most important person that you need to scare so you can get the help that you need. So, as you guys all know, I suffer with bipolar disorder. I just lost my buddy, my best friend, Dennis, right? Are we missing Daddy? So, Jayvian's having a hard time. I'm having a hard time with the loss of our best bud in the whole world. And we used to always do everything together, and then all of a sudden it's gone. I mean, life has just been thrown upside down. I mean, basically, it's like taking a trash can with all the trash that you had in it, but think of instead of the trash being trash, think of all the stuff that you kept putting in there over the years because you were, you did this with each other, and this happened and that happened, and all these things, were put in this trash bag, and now it's just all, like, everywhere. Like, just to start life all over again at 36 is not a very easy thing to do. Now, then transitioning is not easy to do even if you were in the right frame of mind. Like, without having grief part of that. And then bipolar. So, I think it's important to talk about these things so people can, look back at all my videos or look back at, and see how they're doing and be like, hey, you know what? That person had a really hard time and they did these different things and they weren't afraid to ask for help. And I'm hoping that someone in the same situation or feeling or whatever, by whatever I'm talking about, in some way will help other people. And Jayvian agrees with me. He thinks that people need to know that, you can have suicidal thoughts. That doesn't mean you have to act on it. You can feel crazy. You don't have to act or be crazy. You can ask for help when you need it. Jayvian's a big part of, Jayvian, the babies, they're a big part of what keeps me sane. I don't think people really realize how therapeutic dolls can really be. And sure, they're creepy, but they're creepy awesome. Like, I don't think I would actually have been able to go through the death of Dennis and all the moving and everything like that without them. I mean, for a while, I think for maybe 2 months, I had Jayvian and all the babies in my bed because I don't do well living alone. So until I was ready to say, okay, we need to get rid of the bed and put the couch in here and blah, 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 the kids were staying with me until I was ready to say, you know what, I think I can actually be in here without them. So they've helped in a lot of aspects after Dennis died. They also helped while he was sick. They helped while, even before, and they helped with the moving, and they just help when you're having a hard time in your relationship and you're like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to go and hang out with Jayvian because Jayvian's not going to, be mad at me about nothing, right? So, yeah, I mean, they really help in the mental health aspect of things. So, I do talk to them, and actually, the funny thing is Dennis talked to the babies too. Okay, I never really got to get that on tape, but for me, Dennis wouldn't touch the babies, but he would talk to them. I'd catch him talking to them all the time. They're not going to talk back. That's why he talked to them. They're not going to run up and jump on him. I mean, he just, I don't know what he was saying, but he just was socializing with them. And for a 74-year-old man to do that, he was quite a man, and he was respectful of me. He was respectful of the babies. And we also knew each other's boundaries, which was nice. So I didn't force him to hold a baby if he didn't feel comfortable holding a baby. But if I asked him, does that look good? Did you like that sculpt? Do you like the baby? He'll tell me if he liked it or didn't like it. So it was a way for us to bond in that sense. And I think in a way, believe it or not, I think having the babies were actually a help to Dennis too. He got to look at them. They were cute, but they didn't cry. They didn't poop. They didn't, need all my attention like a real baby would have, So, we never had to worry about leaving them home with a babysitter and paying for that and all the other stuff that babies and kids make you pay for. I think the hardest part for Dennis was actually understanding the concept of how expensive these babies were, so I had to stop talking about financially, because he didn't understand the concept of why, and for me, it was an investment. So it's an investment that when I needed the money, I would sell them for when I needed the money. And what I got angry with, and not with Dennis, but with other people, is, especially when Dennis got sick, they were like, oh, you can sell that, and you can sell this, and you can sell that. And why? Why would I sell my Legos? why would I sell my babies when I know I'm going to need the money after he dies? Why would I be selling him now when he's still alive? So that was a big, big thing. And, but going to the mental health end of things, in my videos, yes, unless I'm talking about mental health, I don't really talk about how I'm doing mentally, for example, just last Thursday, because I really was getting really agitated about the whole name change. I threatened my life in the courthouse. Like, I just don't care. I mean, I really feel like part of me died with Dennis. Like, a real, half of me is gone. I can't get it back. I'm more agitated. I'm more risky. I'm taking risks I wouldn't take before. Still trying to find a reason to live every day is a challenge. I can say that my transgender has actually saved my life, because if not, I probably already would have been hospitalized back when Dennis died. Because when Dennis passed away, I was suicidal for 2 weeks and trying to and actually overdosing, and because I couldn't sleep, and I knew that not sleeping was going to make me crazy, and that's really important. And I still fight with myself on a daily basis not to OD. It's very easy to just take drugs and not have to deal with life. How easy is that? It's so easy, but it's really not easy, because there's consequences to every action that we do. And I have a drug in my home that I could take, but it would probably make me sleep for 24 hours. And I'm like, do I really have 24 hours to waste? Like, I feel you almost have to think of the consequences of your actions before you do it. Because if you do that and know the consequences of your actions, well, then you may think twice about actually doing that behavior. So the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, and it was a good thing I didn't do it, and I'll tell you why. So last night, I was this close of taking an antipsychotic, and I knew this antipsychotic would make me sleep for at least 24 hours. And I haven't taken any drugs, so I knew it probably would have just enhanced the effect. And I said to myself, do I really want to waste Tuesday by sleeping all day? Well, I don't talk about, because I have these issues that happen on a constant basis. I mean, this is a constant struggle that I have with not doing a drug, with not trying to drink. I mean, I'm not a drinker, and I'm thinking about getting drunk. I couldn't even get drunk if I wanted to, because I'd be puking my brains out. I'm allergic to alcohol. I'm so sensitive to food that alcohol would probably rip my stomach apart. And I'm trying to work so hard at losing weight and all that stuff. Why would I want to put a toxin in my body to prevent me from continuing to do that? But, I was even offered marijuana a week or two ago. And I am so close at doing that. Doing these behaviors that I know are not appropriate for me. I know that weed doesn't mix very well with me. I get suicidal smoking weed. I can just be crazy. Yeah, sure, it would make me feel great. And would I want to do it? Sure, I want to do it. But I also know to stay away from those people that will give me that until I know for sure I'm okay about doing that. Yeah, it may chill me out and calm me down, because I am so up here with my energy level that, but back when I used to smoke weed, man, I would get, this is what would happen. I would smoke. I would probably continue smoking because I have an addictive personality. So I continue smoking. That's not healthy. I have bad behaviors that then lead me to a psychiatric facility, and then it takes me a year to recover. Why do I want to do that? It's just, and would that do that for me? So this is my thing. If I'm going to smoke weed, let me just wait until after top surgery, and then I'll try it. But not until then. Like, I want to wait until after. If I need to go to a mental hospital, let's wait until after top surgery. So I'm fighting really, really hard every day to do what I need to do. Because you know what? Maybe by that time in February after top surgery, maybe mentally, I'm going to be so much better, and I'm not even going to have these thoughts anymore and not want to do these things. And so a lot of it too is training yourself. So, and I'm also scared because I haven't had these feelings for a very long time, like over 10 years. And when Dennis came into my life, I was literally actually on that, you know, like the train's coming, you're gonna, you know, crash. And Dennis saved me. Like, Dennis was the lifesaver that he threw overboard before I drowned. And I stayed afloat for 10 years, and then all of a sudden when he died, it's like somebody pulled that device out from underneath me, and now I'm trying to swim with no life preserver. So that's how, I guess that's the easiest way to the concept of it. Oh, I got a pain here. Yeah, I did something the other day, and then, I don't know. Anyways, my body's falling apart. But, you know, it's, so, I am bipolar, and I'm not taking any medication whatsoever. I am really hoping that between what I've taught myself in the last 10 years, mentally, the babies, I have other things that can steer me back into the right direction. Honestly, the transition had to happen. Like, that's the only thing keeping me alive right now. Be quite honest with you, there is nothing else in this world that is. And I thought that was important. And started right away. But also transitioning, I feel really like missing Dennis. I'm like, dude, I really need to talk to Dennis about some things I can't talk to anybody else about. He would have made things so much better. He probably would have liked me better now. I have regrets that I'm going to regret for the rest of my life, like not transitioning before he died. You know, I could have tried, 3 years ago. It just might have been a little easier for me. Would it have been easier for him? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think because Dennis loved me so much, it didn't matter about the body changing. Because the person that he fell in love with wasn't going to change. If anything, I was just going to become a cooler person. Because I was going to be more of a laid-back kind of guy. So, if anything, it would have been, so, yeah, there are some, I was fighting with myself about having a kid. And I really want children, but I really wish I kind of figured that out a couple of years ago and did transition, because again, when I was thinking about a kid, I'm like, yes, I would have a kid, then transition and blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, if I had a kid, I'd have to wait longer to transition and have a kid, so, and then I was also thinking, like, how is this going to affect the kid, because I'm now transitioning while the kid is a baby, and, so it is what it is. I'm, like I say, I miss Dennis more and more every day. I'm just like, I really need him here. I need to talk to him about what we talk about, the bond that we had, the laughs that we could be having together, the bond we could be having together. Like, I think it would have brought us closer together, not further apart, believe it or not. And I think it would have been kind of cool for him to see the changes that testosterone do. But again, he was older. He had heart issues. Would have that stressed him out more? Maybe. I just don't know. And would I have really gone through what I'm doing now? Because before, with Dennis being here, we didn't want to leave each other's side. This is how close we were. We're always this close. We were never going to be apart. We were always arm's length unless we were in our homes. He might be somewhere. I might be somewhere else. But we were always in the same room. We were always very close to each other. So going to the gym or working out, that might have been stressful for both of us. Especially for me. Maybe not as much for Dennis, especially if I was only going to be gone a couple of hours a day. But I tried to go to a gym before when I was with Dennis and never went because I didn't want to leave him and I didn't want to, it actually hurt my heart to be away from him. So you cannot even imagine him not being here and us not being able to see each other ever again, and how am I supposed to live without that? So I think because of the relationship that Dennis and I had, and because how close we really were, I think that affects me a lot more than maybe some other people. Just because of the type of connection that we had. I mean, I don't know, am I ever going to have that kind of bond with somebody again like that? And I just don't know. But with, so I'm not taking any medicines for bipolar disorder, and I'm really not wanting to. I really want to be able to try and do this on our own and see how the testosterone does. I know that the testosterone is changing. Definitely features that I'm noticing. I am noticing more of some changes here, like not as much down here I'm noticing, but this really needs to go. And I'm hoping I start seeing more changes in the next couple months. But it's also just very lonely, and I'm okay, I'm going through these things and I don't really feel comfortable even talking about these with my own mother, but I would have talked about it with Dennis. And I could have gone into detail. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail with just anybody. And I can't. And so we miss him more and more every day. And I hope that, with time and understanding that maybe my transition wouldn't have happened with him alive. And, a lot of it too is learning to love yourself, and I don't. So that's a big, learning. A couple of weeks ago, though, I really spent the whole entire weekend and 4 days and then the whole entire week to really grieve, because now that I'm taking testosterone, it's a little harder to cry. I can still cry, but it's harder to cry, or it's not as long, or whatever. And for me, crying was a big release. So it makes you tired and it gets the emotions out, and not being able to do that. I would cry when I got angry, and I would cry when I got sad, and I'd cry when I got mad, and you know what I mean? So not being able to do that might make things a little difficult. Not saying I can't find another way of doing things. It's different. But before, I was having a hard time with the crying. I really spent a week grieving, and I think that was kind of the turning point for me. Not with the grieving, but just, I don't know how to explain it. Just with the, you're waking up and you're trying to find a reason, for that day. And, and that's why I'm making these the holiday cards. The holidays is another really big, hard thing for me right now. And that's why I think the kids, the babies will be really good, and taking him out and doing some fun things, and going and doing Santa and all that stuff. And I don't care what people think. I don't anymore. He's got a big head. I think his head's bigger than mine. What do you think? I don't know. He does. He has a big head. And his head took me a long time to root. Because they're bigger babies, so they need a lot more hair. And I would have liked it if his hair was a little bit, had a little bit more hair in it. But after 3 months of rooting him, I'm like, come on, how much more hair do you need, buddy? So, yeah. Yeah, so it's finding different things that you can do to make you feel a little better. So, like, I like the arts and crafts stuff. I love everything about arts and crafts. I don't think that's ever going to change. And it's soothing and relaxing. And I'm starting to watch TV again. And I'm, my place is a disaster zone. And I'm okay about that right now. Because I want to get this stuff done. And I'm going to make some other stuff. And then once we're done with that, we're going to clean it all up. Organize it back up there. And then we can make another mess about doing something else, right? So, I think a lot of it's just finding something that we can enjoy or something that we can focus on to get through whatever we have to get through. Again, like I say, even talking about what we're doing here, I struggle with, let me go and take something. But I can't because I have PT tomorrow. I know it's going to rain tomorrow. Why would I want to take something to affect my body for tomorrow? So I just have to, on the weekends, if I'm really like up there and like, hey man, I'm definitely going to overdose or kill myself or something, then at least I know I have something in my home now that I can take that would relax me enough, calm me down. An antipsychotic will put me back in the right frame of mind, but I don't know. It's a if. I don't know. So I just don't know. I try not to do it. Like, you know what? It's okay to feel feelings. Let's feel these feelings. But there are a lot of feelings. I don't think you guys realize how many different types of feelings I'm feeling. So you got the grieving. That's a daily occurrence. That's a daily struggle. That's learning to accept as well. So we're not accepting it yet. So that's the one thing. His kids are already contacting me. I don't want to hear it. I'm not ready. I don't know what I want to do. I can't go through Dennis's stuff. It was very it was suicidal for me. Like, I was literally having anxiety attacks and panic attacks and stressing. I couldn't even have his stuff here. Like, that's how bad things are for me right now. And they still are. And I just had to just say, you know what? I need to step back. I need to just leave it in storage for now. I need to not stress about storage. If I need to leave it in there until after top surgery, then so be it. Like, I can't stress about things anymore. The one big thing for me is I don't stress about stuff. So I don't try and focus on the stress. I think it minimizes the actual level of the stress. If I wasn't getting stressed out about being a full-time caretaker, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I don't think anything could really totally stress me out, right? Or at least try not to, right? So you have the transition. So you have grief and everything associated with that. You have transgender. So just being transgender is tough. And then now going through the transition and doctor's appointments, having back pain and constant things like that. And just, dealing with, you're excited, but you're depressed, but you're happy, and you're angry, and you're agitated, and you're excited, and crazy, and have a lot of adrenaline attached to all this. And you are suicidal, but you're, you have regrets, and you're looking in the past and knowing you can't accept it. I don't know how to explain it, but just think of every single emotion in the world you're having all at one time. That's me. So you have bipolar, you have anxiety, you have grieving, you have transgender, and then you have transition. That's a nice little bowl. Huh. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain that, even though you see everything going great, oh, JC's doing great, she must be doing better. Sorry. He must be doing better. And, it's an everyday struggle, every day. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it every single day about it. People don't want to hear that every single day. That's boring. Isn't that boring? I mean, just struggling with it is boring. But I have to tell you, though, PT has helped me in multiple different ways. I have a place to go to. I have a person that I can socialize with and talk about. And I actually growing quite a pair of balls, man, because I talk about things I would never have asked or talked about and whatever. I'm like, is sex and food all guys think about? He's like, yeah, basically. Except for some other things. So, I mean, it's just being able to have a guy that you can talk to about guy stuff, and I think, in a way, he's honored that he's part of the transition. I told him he has a very special place in my heart for that reason, and he's just a cool guy. So, he's just, I don't know, he's just easy to get along with. He's cool. I think, and the other thing too is, like, he really motivates me. I don't know, it's just like his personality motivates me to do what I need to do. But they also help me mentally too. And PT itself, so like the exercises have taught me, like, when I feel unsafe at home, or how about this? Let's take that out of the equation for a second. The feeling unsafe, wanting to hurt yourself, for example. Let's take that out of the equation, for example. So one thing that's really important for me is structure. Structure right now is what's keeping me balanced. So having places that I need to go to, having activities that I need to do, or therapy, whatever it is, like, just having a schedule. Can I be honest with you? I actually get more anxiety when I look at my schedule and I have nothing, like, not a lot going on that week. I'm like, oh man, I have Tuesday off. Or I only have PT that day. It's like I need one thing after another, and that's not easy as an adult. I know, yes, you're probably saying, well, if you had a job, that would, take some time off your hands. But right now, I am not mentally nor physically prepared to work. I honestly have to tell you that. Like, I have no problem doing my YouTube channel. I have no problem doing my Etsy shop. I have no problem working from home. But right now, mentally and physically, like, I literally can't stand for an hour. And a lot of jobs require standing for 6 to 8 hours. So, I go and hang out with my buddy at GNC sometimes because I met a new guy. I love the testosterone. I love GNC, like, for the, I like learning new things, and this guy knows his stuff. And we would hang out for hours. But the tough thing for me is, like, you can tell I'm starting to hurt really bad after being there for an hour. And then sometimes I'm there for like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, I mean, I was even thinking, like, because I went over there last night, I was just like, why do I continuously just go there and talk to him? I should just tell him, you might as well, if you got work to do, man, you should just put me to work. I'm not looking for money. I'll just volunteer while I'm hanging out with you and talking. And this way we can get 2 things done at one time. Because you can sit there and learn about the product at the same time, especially for me, because I'm dyslexic, I actually do better if I'm actually touching the product. So when he has a customer, I'm going around the store looking at the product and reading it anyways. So if I was helping you clean or change the product around or whatever while we're talking, why would that matter to anybody? It's not a safety issue. So I'll ask him. I'm like, if I'm here, you might as well put me to work. But we'll see. I haven't decided yet. But I mean, I even have my old boss, but I see he probably needs help, but I'm just not in any frame of mind to do that right now. And I have a buddy who owns his own business, and right now I'm just not in any place mentally or physically to work. It's more physically, to be honest with you, because of my back. And I mean, my friend already told me, he's like, he needs me next year. Like, he needs me to do paperwork. And that's, like, perfect. I'm like, yay. So, maybe I'll have a job next year. I'm really hoping I can start my own organization business. But again, that's very physically demanding. So, I think we're going to try and just take one step at a time. Hopefully we can get the YouTube channel better, right? So we want to work on getting the YouTube channel better, get more babies. Not babies, but like I want to finally get my toddlers made. I want to get his sister made. So we're going to work on that. And, we're going to do product reviews. I'm going to try and put him in more videos, even if I'm talking, just because I think you guys will like that better. I know you want to see him talking, but I can't do that when I'm in the video. I can when I do, whatever. I can't explain how I do it, but, and I want to be able to, like I said in another video, I'll say it again. I want to get more cameras. I want to make the videos even better. And I want to do fun things with him and have the balls to do it. Like, I don't care what other people think. I do need to get him a car seat, though. So hopefully we can try and get him a car seat. I'll have to look around again and see what I can find. Yeah, but yeah, I want to get him a car seat. I know his sister will probably need one, especially if I take them out together. I'm not sure if that kind of car seat that I'm thinking about works for both him and the toddlers, but the toddlers need to be made as well. And yeah, I have to stop being so afraid and just paint them. Right? He came out nice. There's another coat though that I want to add to them, so they'll feel more rougher, but their paint will definitely not rub off. I did it to one of my babies and loved it, and you can't root the area. Like, I would have to, either just do it to the face and the ears, but then leave the part that you root and not do that. And then, because their hair will go over it anyways. But yeah, it's definitely a coat that I want to do. I didn't do it on him, and I should have. But it will hold the paint longer, and you won't see the shininess of the rubber. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So I'll definitely be probably doing that to his sister. Plus, it might show some texture, like skin texture and stuff. I think for her, though, I'd want to do a little bit more detail. I think he lacks a little bit of detail. I mean, you did good, but you lack a little detail. See, we're worried about making them too pink. We don't want to make them too pink. They're not pink. They're not. They're white. So, but, yeah. He's so cute. So cute. He needs a bath. So, but that's really, I guess, all I can tell you. I mean, I just really hope that by me sharing what goes on with me might help somebody else out in the future. You know, I'm not here to try and scare people because, oh, JC, you know, everything's going good for you in life, and why do you feel this way? You know what? It's part of life, and you just gotta take it as it comes, and you have to deal with what you gotta deal with. I'm not really that concerned about top surgery. I think I used to, I don't think, I know, and you guys will probably be mad for me even thinking it, but when I was when I was 12 years old, I used to hope, I was like, I really hope I get breast cancer so they can just cut them off. Like, it would be an excuse for them to cut it off. That's so horrible to think that way. Like, that's how bad I don't want to be a girl. Like, I used to think of, I wonder if I can cut them off myself. Like, that's not normal thinking. So, I am not scared of top surgery. I am more excited and can't wait for the day to come and wish it came sooner and all that stuff. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you know. Now, here's my dilemma. Like, I don't know. You know what? Maybe we'll put that in a different video. So, my dysphoria and how different things I feel about my body and blah, blah, blah. I could talk about that in a separate video, but yes, it is what it is. So, I just wanted you guys to know it's okay to feel feelings. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be scared. You know, there's 911 if we're really feeling out of control. There's your nearest emergency room if you can get yourself there. There are crisis centers. There are just so many different things. You know, even if you just had to call your PCP, your primary care doctor, and be like, dude, you know, I feel out of control. This is how I'm feeling. I need help. You know, I feel like I want to kill myself or hurt myself or whatever. You just have to advocate for yourself, because you want to know something? Suicidal thoughts or wanting to die is a temporary feeling. And you may feel these feelings up and down, like, oh yeah, today I feel like dying, tomorrow you don't, but the next day you do. But there's help out there for that. And go get that help so you don't have to feel that way. And these guys help me not feel that way all the time. And if I do feel that way, I'm gonna be honest with you, when I do actually feel suicidal and I'm having suicidal thoughts, I can't be around my babies when I'm in that state of mind. I need to actually find different things that will distract me or really have to think and all that stuff. So I might have to use music that is a total different nature, so like maybe a sexual nature or something to just distract me and get me in my head, or out of my head maybe, or in my head in a different way. I don't know how to explain it, but it works. Another thing is I have a mat. I don't know if you guys can see that black thing right there. So I have a mat that I use. I put it down on the floor and I'll do my stretches. So sometimes when I'm feeling depressed or I'm feeling suicidal or I want to go and take a drug, I don't. I go and I grab that instead and I put some music on and I go there and I do some stretches. And once I start sweating a little bit or whatever, I feel a little better. I might have to put the TV on and watch a show and just grab a hot chocolate and some whipped cream and relax. Like I said, I found these cards to be very soothing and comforting and stuff. So I struggle with it, but at a different level now. I'm not struggling with it with like, oh my god, like, and some of it's not actually like I want to die and kill myself. It's more of I'm having a lot of feelings, emotions, whatever. I want to numb those. And then you end up getting yourself in trouble because you take too much or you keep taking medicine or whatever. I do self-harm, which I think is, that internal, trying to take it external. And the thing too is I haven't done that in like 10 years, and then I did that after Dennis died, and once you do it again, you want to keep doing it, which is not good for you. And I can't even talk about it because just talking about it makes me want to do it, and I don't want to do it. And you just have to think about the consequences of your actions. Like, who's going to want to be with somebody who cuts themselves all the time? And why cut yourself when you could maybe do it in a more productive way, like get a tattoo? Not saying to get a tattoo, I'm just saying that's a form of pain, but a more appropriate pain, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's the testosterone. But anyways, that's all. I'll let you guys go. I know it's long. I hope you guys enjoyed Jayvian. I love him. Missed him. You will most likely see me in the videos now with my teeth. I'm actually doing so much better with them in my mouth now. I do not have my bottoms. I don't care about the bottoms. One guy did tell me that I need to start getting used to trying to eat something that I can feel comfortable with them in my mouth, because a girl's not going to want you taking them out of your mouth when you're eating in public. It's just not cool. So I agree. I think that that's not a very good social skill. And that's the other thing too, like if you were even going to be hanging around with your buddies, you're not going to want to be like, oh hey, by the way, you don't want to do that. I had to do that today when I went out with lunch for my mom, and I felt really dysphoric about it. So I will have to start training myself at home to eat with them. It's another part of dysphoria. What can I tell you? But I think not having the bottoms and having the tops, I'm able to adapt to them a little better. And I don't have to put glue in my mouth, because I do for the bottoms. And then I won't eat during the day, so now I can take these out, eat in my car privately, and put them back, and you're fine. But I do need to start practicing eating something, so when I do go to a restaurant, I don't feel like I'm going to choke every time I do that. So I can drink water, I can drink stuff. I finally figured out how to do that, but now I need to finally learn how to try and eat something that's soft, that's easy, maybe some soups, whatever, like, I don't know. So we'll have to practice. Practice. I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if I could actually have pizza with these, but I don't eat pizza anymore. I don't eat pasta anymore. I don't eat anything anymore. So going out with me would be very hard to go out with me, because I won't eat any of that. So, I think I could probably do like fish, because fish is very soft and flaky, and you could just stick it in your mouth and swallow it, and you'd be like, hey, yeah, that's good enough. I think probably for like my first date, I'd probably just do like a hot chocolate or, some type of drink. probably wouldn't really focus too much about food. But I know how women are. They like to eat when you eat. And yeah, it's very complicated. Don't grow up. Life is very complicated. Just stay adult forever. You'll be fine. Look at all the complications he doesn't have to deal with. Girls, more girl problems, and girl problems. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't really care right now. I'm just trying to take one day at a time. And I got a bed coming. I'm excited. I'm happy that they, good things are happening. I'm happy about. I am still having a hard time with my apartment, but the same token, I'm just like, listen, I have a roof over my head. I have a place to go at night. I have people that don't even have that, so I can't really, I just say that to myself when it's time to go home, because, like, yesterday I didn't really care to go home. I was having a hard time getting home, stuff like that, so it was not easy, but I don't know. We will see. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like down below. Jayvian's not bipolar like me, which is a great thing. Right, buddy? He's not going to have bipolar. No. He's a good boy. So, Jayvian and I want to do a lot more fun videos with you guys. We also want to add babies into his videos and do videos with other babies, so we're just gonna have to, deal with it and get used to it. I will say though, once everybody does start doing holiday shopping, I will not be taking them out for safety reasons. Too many people, it will be too stressful for everybody, and then to see him on top of that will really stress people out, or stress me out. Once I find out when Santa is available, we'll do a photo with Santa. But other than that, we won't. I think for the month of November, we'll do maybe a good 3 or 4 outings of just going to different places and seeing what kind of different types of things for different types of people. I think one thing would be is gift ideas. So, just going to the stores and showing the product, showing you what I like, and be like, hey, this is, this much, and kind of get an idea of, like, what I think's expensive. I think anything over $20 is really expensive. I think anything over $10 is too expensive, but it depends on what it is and who it's for and stuff like that. And hopefully, maybe by doing this, I can show you ideas of product that may not be as expensive, and maybe it gives you guys some gift ideas. Who knows? I also definitely want to make a video of, so I'm going to figure out a couple of different very inexpensive, low budget gifts that you can either make. It's really the thought that counts, and I definitely want to be able to do that, for you guys. I think that maybe that will help. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how, whether you have money or not. If you have somebody in your life that you want to show your love to, you do not have to have money to do so. And I'm going to be honest with you, when, especially brothers, sisters, family, you can't just sit there and expect gifts and not give gifts in return. Like, it's just gonna eat that person that you're not giving a gift to. It's gonna eat them. Eat at them. Whether you know that or not. I mean, they give you a gift, you try and give them a gift. And scratch tickets are not a gift, people. You can't hand somebody $1 scratch ticket and think that's a cool idea. Not cool at all. That dollar could have done a lot of other things. So, we will figure out some cool gifts, some cool things you can make. It doesn't even have to be expensive. You got savers if that's a place in your location. There's all different kinds of things. You can make things. It's just crazy. And hopefully JC's crazy ideas can give you guys ideas for Christmas and the holidays and whatever you celebrate. See, I'm Jewish, but I don't, you know, I celebrate Hanukkah with my family, but I love Christmas. I feel like I was cheated out of Christmas, and I celebrate Christmas, and that's just what we do. Because we love Santa, right? He doesn't need to know everything, right? So, that's really it, guys. I don't know if you guys ever knew that, because I don't really talk about it, because I don't need to talk about it, because I love Christmas. I always have. Always will. I feel cheated out that I never got to be able to do that when I was a kid. And I think that's why I do it more now as an adult. So, yeah. But I haven't quite decided about Christmas here this year. I don't know. I think maybe this year, because we really need to focus on just taking care of myself and getting myself prepared for top surgery, I think what might be more appropriate is, if we do anything, it should be regarding family. So, like, I have family, usually we do a family thing on Christmas night, Christmas Eve. I will just let them know I'm going to bring Jayvian with me. I'm going to do some videos. Anybody want to be in the video can be in the video, blah, blah, blah. We'll have a little gift for Jayvian for both times. They get to open it. Maybe some of the younger kids would enjoy seeing, you know, whatever. I don't think my mom's going to be totally thrilled with that, but maybe if she realizes that, you know, it's a cool idea. I don't know how to explain it, but whatever. I don't know if my stepfather's going to like that idea. How's that for an answer? So, we'll see. Maybe I can get away with murder this year, only because my husband just passed away, and I could just use that as an excuse. Well, I can't bring Dennis, so why can't I bring Jayvian? Right? He's my buddy. So, we will see. We will see. Because, I don't know. I think it almost might be cooler to do, like, I don't know, like, you have Christmas, you have New Year's, and then you have his birthday. And they're, like, literally with, like, 2 weeks of each other. So, maybe what would be cooler is renting a hotel room and having a couple of Reborn friends come with their babies and whoever they have, and we have a party in the, you know, order whatever, have it brought up to us, get a cake, get a this, get a that, do whatever. Maybe even go out during the day and do some shopping and do some videos, and who knows? I don't really know. Do something at a party place, like, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese, or go to the movies. There's an idea, going to the movies, right? Different kinds of things like that. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something we can think about, and instead of doing an actual, like, Christmas, this, blah, 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 we can do a couple small gifts at home, and I don't know. You guys give me some ideas what you think would be cool. I'd even travel. To be honest with you, I would take Jayvian and we just go travel somewhere. I don't know. Where do you want to go? Huh? Where do you want to go? I wouldn't mind just getting a hotel room somewhere far, far away. I don't know. Where would you want to go? I don't know what there is to do. Like, there's just not, I don't know. It's also learning how to do the holidays all over again without somebody that you love. So, being there. So, I don't know. Don't know. But anyways, if you guys have any ideas, let me know. In the meantime, I'll stop talking to you. I know you like him. You don't want to hear me. You want to hear him. You want to see him and stuff. But we're trying. We're trying to figure out things. So, hopefully next week. I'm going to look on my phone. I do have some things that I can put together, but I just don't know how to do that because it's on 2 different phones, and it's complicated. But it was really cute because he was taking a bath and he got mad at me, and yeah, it was really it'd be a funny short video or it'd be funny long videos. I haven't really quite decided. I could add some pieces into it, I don't know, whatever, who cares. But then there was another one, I think, on my other phone that was more about us watching a movie together and different things like that, and yeah, so it'd be nice if I could have incorporated it all in one. But somebody doesn't know how to do that yet, do I? Maybe I can figure it out sometime. And I don't really use iCloud, so I don't know how to use that. Whatever. So, yep. It is what it is. So, I know, I just spent an hour talking to you guys. I apologize. Jayvian says hello. Hi. And we'll have some more fun videos for you guys. I need to actually do some research and just find out what's around here for 5-year-olds. I know next year we could maybe take them to the zoo, if that's something you guys are interested in. I know going to the beach might be something that people might like. It's kind of hard beach-wise only because of the sand and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, and he really can't be submerged in water, so, you know, that's kind of difficult. I can do a base, like, you know, like, I would love to do some kind of a baseball theme at an actual diamond, or maybe us going to the batting cages, or, you know, miniature golf is another one we could do. There's an indoor miniature golf place, but again, I don't know if these people are going to frown upon videos and blah, 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 so, and I think this was like a dark one. So the one Dennis and I went to down in North Carolina, that would have been cool. But I would need another person to come with me and help me do videos so I can help him do the actual, you know. Plus, I would have to bring his body holder thing that I made. Well, I bought it, but it wasn't big enough because he was too tall. So I had to raise it up, and I made my own little whatever so it would work for him. And it helps keep him standing up, and then I can help with the other parts. But yeah, you're still going to see a stand, so be aware of that. But I mean, I don't know, like, we'll figure things out. We'll get things figured out, right, buddy? I love you. So, it's gonna be funny, like, we have him here, and then we'll have his sister, and the brother, and then the other sister. I mean, that's 4. So hopefully we'll get them done before next year, so we can actually... What would be really cool is doing a Christmas photo, or just doing a photo with all the babies, including me, in a professional photography thing. They do lighting, though, which might distract or distort their real color, so we'll have to figure something out on that end of it, but... Yep. You know, but I think professional will be able to help me adjust, like, where the head should go and all that stuff. But I need to find a place first that I can talk to them about it and tell them what I'm interested in, and that I'm the crazy doll person, and that this is what I want to do, and gonna do it after top surgery, and blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, so. But, yep. Alright, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like down below. Feel free to leave me any comments. Understand, guys, this is a process. It's going to take time. There is nothing that anybody can say or do to fix what's going on up here in JC's head. I am actually doing better than I was before, but it is still a struggle on a daily basis, and things do come up that maybe I have a harder time dealing with, but I also have testosterone in my body, and that is a very big change, and it changes you every day, and I think it's actually calming me in certain areas, like my craziness and my wanting to die and my whatever. Like, I think it's just be like, you know, guys are just, they're toned down a little bit more, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. So I kind of get to that point where I'm like, kind of, yeah, whatever. So I don't feel lazy in any way, which is awesome, because I don't want to be one of those lazy guys. I like that high energy. I am more motivated than I've ever been in my entire life, which is crazy. And I'm crazy to begin with, which I'm fine with, because I don't like normal. I think normal is so boring. So boring. I like my creativity. I like my imagination. I like where it takes me. I like when it takes me out of reality. Like, it's just, yeah. So that's probably why I am so creative and why I can do all these things. But I just really hope that in the next year, what I see up here for Jayvian and the babies become an actual real, like, what's happening up here. I really want to be able to put it on screen, because that would be amazing. And I don't care what kind of comments I get, it would be blown away amazing. And I need to, you know, I gotta get some balls, and I gotta ask around and see if I can find some places that I can do different things. And I need to write scripts, and I need to figure out like how to do certain things in certain ways, and I need to do my research and find out what kinds of places we can go to and do and be at, and adventures and whatevers, and getting people to come with us and do these fun things. And yeah, like, it can be as simple as going to the dog park with your friend that has a dog and hanging out with her, or, you know, whatever. Like, you want to be my friend, they're part of my life, and that's just the way it is. Like, they'll always be part of my life. Like, my transgender, my transition, it's not going to change how I feel about these babies. And I have had a little bit a setback, I guess you can say, detachment, but I don't think it's in regards to my transgender. I think a lot of it had to do with the grieving, and some of it had to do with the transgender, but I don't think that, you know, right now I'm trying to sell some babies for the holidays. I have one more baby I gotta put up, and I'm hoping that I can get these babies sold sooner rather than later, and I'm not really worried about it either way. But I would like to be able to move, you know, kind of move forward. Need some things out. I need to change things up a little bit. I need to do different things. I need to, yeah. I think that just decluttering is nice. Like, just being able to, you know, I have a lot of product for my Etsy shop, and I need to just get that stuff up and running. And yeah, so we're gonna work on that next week, because we have next week to work. So we are going to stay home on the days that we don't have anything. And I think I only have something Monday and Friday, so I'm literally gonna stay home staying home Saturday, Sunday, going Monday, and then staying home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, unless there's something that I'm missing, and then I have a doctor's appointment on Friday. So, and then I'd be staying home again Saturday, Sunday, until the following Monday. So, that's enough videos to do stuff with. Now, during the weekday, maybe Wednesday, I might end up doing him. So I might take him out next Wednesday, do some videos. It depends on the weather, though. If it's raining, we're not going. You know what I mean? Like, tomorrow's supposed to rain, so. But, I'm gonna try and see what I can figure out. I think if I was gonna take him out next Wednesday, it would be to go to different places and go shopping. Like, maybe we'll just do Wrentham outlets. Go into the different stores. You know, do the video. You know, if anybody stops me and asks, I'll just be like, you know, I got a YouTube channel and we're going holiday shopping. to show everybody what's out there. Haven't quite decided if I want to go there or if I'd rather go to the indoor mall. I haven't been to the indoor mall in a long time. And the mall has a lot more, well, you have to walk a lot more. But the mall has a lot more, I don't know how to explain it, has a lot more to offer. Like, I'm not looking to buy anything, but I don't know how to explain it. It's funny. Maybe I should take you when I go to my doctor's appointment. My counselor. I forget what day that is. But, my counselor should see him. Like, in person, see him. Be like, let's go outside. I'll show you Jayvian. He's my little buddy. So, yeah, that's really it. I don't know, it's like, I've been procrastinating because I'd rather sit here and talk to you guys all night than work. And I gotta go to do PT in the morning, so. Yep, that's really it. That's all I gotta tell you. We're gonna try and figure something out. I mean, I don't know what that mall, I haven't been to that mall forever, man. I don't care what people think. I don't care if people stop me. I'll bring a whole stack of business cards if I have to. Like, I don't really care. That's not what I'm worried about. I would be a little concerned that somebody might get violent, but, I mean, I would obviously have my weapon on me if I had to protect myself and my, you know, investment. How's that for an answer? I was going to say my child, but he's not my child, but whatever. They used to have an animal thing there, and they don't anymore, because that would have been cute, going into the puppy shop and seeing the puppies and being allowed to hold the puppy. That would have been cute, wouldn't it? But, and I'm trying to think what's out towards my friend. I don't know. A lot of it's just getting the balls to just take him out and not care what other people think. I don't really care what other people think, but it's still, you know, it's not easy to, you know, especially during transition, but I don't know. I think, well, the Wrentham outlets is closer, and the mall I could still go to too, but I don't have to go that day if I didn't want to. That's just a lot of walking for me, and I don't do well walking too much. Now, this is the one thing that would be better for the mall. So, if you're in the indoor mall, you can just stroll him and go right in. At the Wrentham outlets, everything has a door. You gotta open the door. You gotta blah, blah, blah. You gotta push him in. You know, so that could be a little, maybe that would be worse. So, a little bit more complicated for me. And at the mall, I haven't been there for so long, and they have elevators, and they have escalators, and they have whatever, so. As long as he's strapped into his thing, I think I'd be fine. And people are obviously going to look at me weird and funny, and I would just, you know, laugh it off and tell them exactly what I'm doing. Just making a YouTube video, guys. That's all. He's just part of my YouTube. Everybody likes him on YouTube, so that's what I would have to say. Nothing more, nothing less. I made him. I rooted him. I painted him. Put him together. I weighed him. So, I'll be like, yeah, this is Jayvian. He's the best kid ever, because he doesn't talk back, and he doesn't ask for anything. I would definitely have to, like, at least get him one little thing, maybe, while we're out. I don't know. But, anyways, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching, because now I'm just mumbling at this point. I thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to leave any comments. Feel free to give me any ideas you have that you want to see Jayvian in. I'd be happy to help you. I can't wait for some of these things to happen, but time is not on our side, so we're just gonna have to just take one step at a time, and I'll just try and put him in more of my videos for now and get some cool ideas going. I think one cool thing for like Thanksgiving, maybe a lot of kids make, I don't know, Thanksgiving stuff or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research and see what we could do even here at home. You know, one thing I definitely want to do is I want to try and do things at different depths, like the video itself. So like have one part of the video where it's like really at his level, or maybe looking at him, or maybe on him looking away, and you're actually seeing what he's seeing at his level. So I think some of those things will be really cool, and that's one of the reasons why I want to get a couple of GoPros, is so I can have one, he can have one, you're seeing what we're both seeing, and I can edit, and yeah, it would be just more cool. I don't know how to explain it. I think it would be good for like the mall. It'd be good for like the you know, when we're driving, you know, what he's looking out the window, when I'm driving, what I'm looking at, when I look back at him, you know, what am I seeing, what is he seeing, his view, my view, and just all kinds of different, like, things and stuff. I don't know how to explain it. I gotta actually research about GoPros and what they are and how to use them and how long they work for, and can you leave it running all day long and then edit as you're going on. Like, I don't know. Crazy. It's a whole nother dimension for me, but I would really be fascinated to learning it. Again, I don't know what to do about the camera that Dennis had me get, because this is not working for me, and I have nobody to help me figure out how to use it. I think it's just too... yeah, I don't know. Don't know. But that's really it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like. Please feel free to leave any comments. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. And we will see you guys back here the next time.